It's amazing. It's a wonderful day. It was a long day. I was driving home, and I picked up my BlackBerry and turned on my voicemail, and this is what I heard.
Hello, my name is Courtney Lobert, and your company Office Math surprised me in my classroom today. And when I called, I just want you to know that I'm so grateful to you and your company. And on behalf of my 27 first graders in a city school where we frequently feel forgotten, it was such a gift to know today that people saw how hard we work, and not just me, but my students every day. And just to know that we're supported and people believe in us. I'm so grateful. It was so encouraging. The kids kept asking me if it was Christmas. It was really incredible. It was such a gift, not just to me, but of course to my 27 first graders, because you really made our day. And I wanted to make sure that you heard me say thank you. So thank you so much. From a first grade teacher who no longer feels forgotten. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I mean, I was sobbing like a baby by the time. It's not a safe thing on the ice now, I'm not sure. I don't know about you, but I really wanted to know who Courtney Lobert was. And so as a special treat to you today, we brought Courtney Lobert of Voice fame to the meeting to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Courtney Lobert.
So I was selected to receive what you guys do for A Day Makes Better. It was incredible. I was digging around in some bookshelves while the kids were all in reading groups, trying to decide what I was going to be able to cut and put together for the math lesson in the afternoon. I didn't have enough supplies. And my principal walked into my room and called my name, and I turned around, and there was a parade of people from a retail outlet and a huge orange box. And it was stuffed full of things that we need, that we use every day. And it was incredible on a lot of levels. But what I really wanted to be able to do today is tell you, as a teacher, what supplies mean, because you're not teachers. And I really want you to understand the depth of gratitude that I know all of my other colleagues really have. So I wanted to tell you briefly, it won't take too much time, just what supplies mean. The first classroom that I was ever in is the classroom that taught me what the importance of school supplies. I had just graduated with my master's. I graduated in December, and they don't hire people in December to teach because that's not how the school year runs. So I was doing some long-term subbing, and I started in the fall the next year and didn't get a contract, and I was calling the HR people every week. Nothing, still subbing, and then right before Thanksgiving I got a phone call. Well, you have an opening. But but the class is tough. How tough? Well, they've run 3 other teachers out of that room. Really? And this is what grade? First. Okay, so you're already outnumbered because there's 27 of them. I went to my interview, and one of the last questions asked of me, and very honestly, was, what are you going to do if, a kid comes at you? And I thought about that for a minute, and I said, well, I'm going to work really hard so that I have a relationship with my kids so that that doesn't ever happen. Well, I got the job. And I went in on the first day to a building where 99% of the kids are getting free lunch. I didn't say reduced, I said free. So that tells you about the level of poverty that my students had. And the very first day, it was pretty chaotic. There was a lot of pushing and shoving. We had some name calling. It was very physical that morning. And I finally was just like, stop, no, get on the carpet. We're going to sit down and have a family meeting. Because this is not going to fly. Not with me. I don't know what you've been doing before I got here, but this is not how it's going to be now. Get on the carpet. So I went on the carpet. And I started asking them, why are you after each other? What is going on? Why is everybody after Marcus? What did he do? It's not what he did. Okay, then what is it? He got us the pencil. What? Marcus got us the pencil. Well, get yours out. What's the... Oh. They didn't have anything. I got up from my teacher chair, I walked, and I looked in all of their desks. They had all the books that the school district buys. They didn't have paper. They didn't have pencils. They didn't have crayons. They didn't have glue. They didn't have scissors. Do you hear me, Office Max? They didn't have it. And the pencil that Marcus had, if you or I found that pencil in our house, we would throw it out. It was broken. It didn't have an eraser on it. I said, okay, well, we're going to do some more things for the rest of the day that we're not going to need pencils for, and then I'm going to get us what we need. That was a Friday. I called my husband and I said, I have to go shopping. He said, what? You just bought the interview suit. You don't need any more clothes. Yeah, I know, baby. I got to go to Office Max. And I called my mother-in-law, and she ordered pencils that were shiny, and they said, Miss Lowe's Shining Star students. But before I had left on that Friday, Trinity came up to me and said, you're not going to be back. I said, what are you talking about? Be back? Of course I'm going to be back. Nobody comes back for us. So even the fact that these other teachers had left because it was so difficult, I'm not saying that to be a reflection on them. I'm saying that because the only thing that I had that those other teachers didn't was that I figured out what the problem was. They weren't being adversarial to authority. It wasn't that they didn't want me to be their teacher. They didn't have what they needed to learn. I got sick as a dog that weekend. I had a fever of 101. I called for a sub Monday morning and I went in anyway, because Mother Trinity said, you're not going to be back. I came back, I had all of my shopping bags with all the stuff. I handed out erasers, I handed out pencils, we had crayons, we had glue sticks and glue bottles, because you could take your pick now. We had everything. And then I said, I'm sick and I'm going home, and you better not cut up for the sub, because it's going to be real ugly if I come back here and I have a bad note with your name on my desk. And I came back Friday, and they were shocked. But I had proven to them, I meant what I said, and I had proven to them that I was going to give them what they needed to learn, because that's my job. And that was my first class that taught me school supplies are so important. Because I can't teach if they don't have those, and they can't learn if they don't have those. And so, you need to know what that orange box full of supplies meant. It meant that I can do my job, and that my kids can do theirs. Thank you.
Sorry?
Wow. Something else you need to know about Courtney. She is so generous that she got all of the supplies, all of these supplies, and what did she do with them? She gave them out to all the teachers in the school. She shared all of her newfound wealth. Well, that didn't seem right to us. And so, Jim, can you help fix this?
So we thought we would help you with some additional resources to provide supplies for your students. So thanks so much for joining us and sharing your story with us. It was terrific to help our folks really get to know what a great program it is and what benefits. So thank you for joining us and sharing your story with us. Really appreciate it.
Courtney is, and her husband Peter, who joined us as well. Peter, stand up and, he's got his act. They're going to be around and join us for lunch, and Bill Bonner and his team are here. I know Carolyn Brooks and Community Relations here. So between all of us, if you have any questions, we'll get back to you. Jim and Joe and the rest of us are going to work on something that works for you guys. So, all right. Thanks very much, everyone.